and today I want to talk about maybe a controversial subject for some who are following me. That's just a joke, but it's a Speedsoft belt. So why a Speedsoft belt in my case? Because well, I have, a Warrior Assault belt, and it was a bit finicky and cumbersome in speed QB, fast-paced field where I played. So I wanted to find something more slimlined, minimalist. So that's why I started looking at Speedsoft belts, because that's what they're made for, fast-paced, minimalist, and all of that. So I went through various companies, Googling, not buying obviously, and I landed on Cubysoft, sorry. So Cubysoft as in Speed QB. Cubysoft is Cubysoft. Cubysoft is a company in Italy, and they established themselves quite a few years ago, and they're really aiming at the top of the market, and they're really striving their hardest to make a good brand. And I honestly, after looking at the product, having a feel for it, for me, it's worth every penny they're asking for it. I was pleasantly surprised, which is always a very nice thing when you buy a product. So what actually does Cubysoft sell? So they obviously sell belts. They sell mags to combine with their belts. So they have two types. They either have the SMG mag pouches or AR. And then you have either 3 mag pouches for either setup, or 4+3, which is the one I got, and that's the one I will show you in combination with the belt, of course. Then you have barrel covers, a tank pouch, and horizontal pouches. So instead of being like this or this, you pull out the mags sideways. They're also working on a chest rig, which will be out of testing. Well, you could already buy them, but officially they're out of testing at around December. I've been told. I asked, and they said around December, at the end of 2022. So that's basically it. Without further ado, let's go into what I got. So let's start off with the belt, which is in a very nice blue color. Well, blue, and it's primarily advertised as blue since the majority of the color is blue. There's also red, green, yellow, and psychedelic, which you have to see as a sort of rainbowish color. If you look at the front, we have these nice rows of nice quality Velcro, and it also has the Mole system. Honestly, if you attach the mag pouches, they won't go anywhere. I attached the mag pouches just by the Velcro, so normally you have to slip it behind like this and then attach the Velcro on it. I just put it with the Velcro on it without doing it like it should, and even then it didn't go anywhere. So honestly, it's a nice system. You have these very nice double stitched pull tabs, so they really saw where they had to double stitch. So all this is double stitched, Now this is singular stitched, but where it was needed, they double stitched. So this isn't gonna pull loose anytime. So as you may have noticed, so it's decent Velcro because you have to put on quite a bit of force. Now I'm not gonna pull it entirely loose, but you can tell you can pull it completely off. Now why you have to be able to pull this off is because they've already established one variety on this for their belt setup. So this is the regular one, and then they have a quick detach, or is this a quick detach one? I'll look into that more for you, but you can basically get another front for this belt. So that's why they made it removable. So you can basically experiment with the different setups. Like, like I showed you with the side pouches. So you can pull this off entirely, but usually you just put the side pouches on here. So this is actually a correction. This is actually to change this. So you can, there's a different front for this belt. Sorry for the confusion. And a nice touch. I see what you did there, Cubysoft. They they altered the orientation of the logo. So if you notice here, it's orientated that way, and here is orientated the other way. So why would you do that? Because no matter how you orientate the belt, the logo will always, one logo will always be the right way up, and then people can read, oh hey, it's Cubysoft. So I find that a funny touch that they did that. It's actually a smart move on their part. So as I went over this, it's nicely stitched. This has been folded over and stitched. So the back, the main part of the belt, this is double stitched. That's also all double stitched. It's a nice backing. We have this very, so that's the main, what do you call the buckles? Well, you know what I mean. I've seen quite a few stretch fabrics, but this is a nice elastic. So you can see the tension on my hand. So I'm putting I'm not gonna pull all the way on it because it's I want to be delicate with my stuff, but you can see the amount of stretch in it because it's a one size fits all, and also for the retention on your body because there's no buckle. It's purely velcroed on. So you can look at the insides. Again, nicely stitched. Cross stitched here. Double stitched. So this is attached via double stitching. Then we have this nice rubberized backing to allow a bit of airflow. Very nice detail. So this is a large. Oh, is it one size? Oh, no, because it's saying large. Sorry. There's actually that was with the Warrior Assault belt. There was a slight confusion. So this is the large size. There's also I think it's medium. Well, mostly it's medium and large. But again, I'll put that in the description just to be sure, so there's no confusion. But you have to admit, this is very nicely done. They say on their website that you don't have to look at any sort of stitching that goes like this. It's all very decent stitching, but honestly, I don't really see anywhere where the stitching is, maybe they mean it like this, where it's not like going like this, but more going like this. But honestly, I'm very OCD on details, and even this doesn't bother me. I think it's because the majority of the build quality just surpasses any, again, it's just a visual thing. It won't really matter on the, because in its entirety, it's a very nice looking product. So let's see how, so we have all this Velcro for various settings. Let me just quickly check. So there's a very nice amount of adjustment. So why is it actually like this? Because you have to do the belt like this and then like this. So that's how the belt works. So you go this way first and then that way, and then you have the belt attached. I might actually just try, sorry for the very scruffy clothing, but when you're at home, that's basically how you dress. The only thing I had was my uniform, and putting on a uniform, and no, this is without adjustment, of course. But as I was saying, you don't put on a uniform and a Speedsoft belt, because then the apocalypse will start, most obviously, and a lot of people will cringe. So I might do it anyway. Anyways, so this is without any adjustment, and I have to say it's not properly seated, but I have to say it feels, well, you can obviously see I have a bit of a belly, but I have to say it's really comfortable, and especially there's a sort of cooling pressure on my back, but not in a bad way, but in a more supportive way. So as you can see, oops, it's very nice. This is the first time I've put it on, so I've not been practicing. This is honestly the first time I've put it on, and I have to say I am very impressed. It's a sort of weightlifter's belt-ish. So I have to say maybe I'm wearing it at the wrong height. I have very low experience with this, but no, I can't fault or comment on it. Posing like, I don't know what I was doing. So, as you can tell, as I've said before, there's some adjustment to be made. So this was just to put it on and show you a bit how it looks. So you've bought the belt, you obviously need pouches. Now, sadly, I don't know how it works with aftermarket pouches. Sadly, I don't have any to test, so I can't help you with that. I do apologize, but I just bought the Cubysoft pouches to go with it. So this is the, as I said, I bought the 4+3. So we have the three at the front, and then the 4 at the back with the outside ones like this to allow for the more, if it was just attached like this, now it allows for more leniency when, I'll show that in a second, on the belt. So as I was saying, I'll just take the belt because that might be easier. But when I showed you with the how do you call it again? The strap going behind. So that was this one. So there's actually two ways you can mount it. So let's say, it's actually silly that I turned it around. Let's say this is the top part. So this is the orientation. I obviously either mount them downwards like this, so that your mags are pointing down. There's so much retention in these, your mags won't fall out. Or the common, more upwards facing. So that's entirely up to you. That's also why they put the tabs like this. So yeah, I mean, normally you have to, sorry, I'm fumbling a bit. Normally you have to open all these, go behind like this, and then Velcro like this. But I'll just for the sake of presentation, just stick them all like that. So this is just purely the Velcro holding it on. But again, it's better if you, this was just to show you how the quality of the Velcro is. But the proper way is to, let's see. This will actually take quite a, well, for me, a while, because I have problems with my finger dexterity. But I will show that in a quick video at the end. But that's actually how you have to attach them. So you have to go behind, and then the last, so it's actually the Velcro and the straps holding it on the belt. So this won't go anywhere. Then a nice feature as well are these. So the mags always go in like this. And this is actually, you can either go all the way like this. So it basically dictates how far your mags stick out. So obviously this is the lowest part because that's where the Velcro stops. So the mag goes in the deepest it's humanly possible, or you go all the way like here and then your mag will stick out quite a bit. So that's just to dictate how far you want your mags to stick out of the pouch. Very nice. That's actually, what else is there to say about a mag pouch? I mean, they just like this feature, the way this hinges, the stitching, the fact that you can alter the depth it goes into the pouch, the fabric, which I will show you in a second, the stretch, I mean, your mags won't fall out, trust me. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that in the beginning it's very, very stiff. So that will improve as you start to use your pouches, obviously. But in the beginning you have to keep in mind that it will be a bit stiff. But you have to just, I mean, you can tell from I mean, obviously you can't feel on camera, but it's a very durable fabric. It's elastic. It's a very strong elastic, because I really rammed my mags in there because I honestly didn't think they would fit, and there was no creaking or sounds that made you think like this is gonna rip or tear. The stitching is honestly on point. There's nothing there's hardly any like thread ends or fluff or stuff like that. It's superb quality and obviously well thought through. So the belt will retail or cost or retail at about 100 euros. So obviously because I'm from Belgium, I work in euros. So the belt will set you back about 100 euros. And this mag pouch was, let's see, this particular one, the 4+3 is 57 euros. So in total, you're looking at about 160 to round it off. Now, I know that's not cheap, but it's honestly well worth its money. Again, they're aiming at the top of the market. So in a way, if you're starting off, it might be a bit expensive, but down the line, if you're looking at something that will last you a while and you want to be reassured of quality, then I have no problem recommending this belt or their pouches. Is it so? The bottom line is it worth what they're asking for it? For me, it is. I've had a Warrior Salt belt, which costs about the same amount of money, and honestly, this is about the same amount, and it's, I mean, the first time I opened it, I was impressed. So that's always a nice thing when you open up a product which you've spent about 160 euros on, and you look and you think, this is nice. So it's you won't regret buying one. If you have the money for it and you're willing to spend 160 euros, you won't regret it. So that's pretty much all I can say about the belt and the mag pouches at the moment. I might just show you one more thing, just to show you how well the pouches grip. So I'll be right back. I should have prepared the mags. Cue the noise in the background. So here we have a PTS EPM1, and no, I'm not being sponsored by Cubysoft just because there's Cubysoft everywhere. I just bought these. That's actually another product they sell, which I forgot to mention, mag bracelets, which is a bit of a thing in Speedsoft. So usually there are like bracelets from other events or something, but obviously Cubysoft brought out their own, and I just thought if I can fit it, I'll throw it on. But I know it looks like a sponsored cyclist championship or something, but honestly, I'm not being sponsored, hint hint, So yeah, this is a PTS EPM1. And just to show you how stiff it is, so it's, for me, someone else will probably, but I've put them in once, so it's a bit of a, there was not fully inside the pouch, so I'm not a very most elegant person, so you'll have to forgive me. So if I put it in like that, it's, yeah, now it's touching the Velcro. So I've put the Velcro about here, so now the mag will stick out this far. But so this is a $30 mag, so actually no, I'm not gonna put my hand under it. Is it actually moving? No, it's, no, it's still touching where I put it in. So this is for me very stressful because this is, like, as I said, $30 per mag, but that's just to show you how well it sits. So as I said, it's stiff at the start. It will obviously stretch a little bit as you start to use it, but that was just to show you the confidence I have in the pouches. That's something I tested before, and as I showed you, you can either use them like this or use them like this. Unless you want the side pouches, then it's, so this orientation, this orientation, or you just do away with all of this and get the side ones. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I've just realized I've been shaking a mag in front of a camera for like 20 seconds, but maybe someone can meme that. That's my gift to you. For any meme people watching, I just realized there's stickers. Who doesn't love a sticker? So this is the Pro harness. That's its name, Pro harness. Totally forgot to mention the name, Pro. Very nice. And this is the Thunderpouch. It's quite a quirky name for a pouch, but there you go. Thunderpouch Pro harness. Very catchy. But yeah, I honestly don't regret buying this a second, and I'm looking very much forward to trying this out on a field. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there are any questions, always feel free to DM me. Any information about links to either the belt or the pouches or items I forgot to mention, I'll put on the description. I hope you have a nice day or evening, depending on where you're watching from, and I'll see you again. Bye!